Hello, and welcome to another adventure with Bonsu. This time, we will be talking about mostly fishes and other animals that have a unique characteristic in their life. They can change from female to male or vice versa. Let's learn a little bit about them. First, we need to know what is hermaphroditism. Hermaphroditism is a condition in which an organism possesses both male and female characteristics, enabling it to reproduce as both female and male. In some cases, an animal may be considered hermaphroditic even if it didn't possess both characteristics at the same time, but instead changes sex at some point in its life. There are two main types of hermaphroditism: simultaneous and sequential. In simultaneous hermaphroditism, organisms are male and female at the same time, while in sequential hermaphroditism, they are born as one sex and later become other. These are the animals that we are going to be talking in this book. The first animal is the clownfish. You may know him as Nemo. These animals are initially born as males and can later become females. This typically occurs in monogamous pairs, meaning that they can stay with their partner forever, where the larger dominant fish is the female and the second larger is the male. If the female dies, the larger male will change into a female and the smaller fish in the pair will assume the male role. This gender change ensures the reproductive viability of the group. Another animal on this list is the red snapper. Although not all fish of this species do, around half change sex from female to male in their third year of life. This change facilitates reproduction as they reach maturity and the necessary organ size for offspring production at this time. Only 5% are born as males. Now we are going to talk about the spiny-headed goby. In the case of this curious fish, we have an interesting type of hermaphroditism where they can change sex multiple times throughout their lives. They can be males and then change to females and then revert back to being males. This makes reproduction much easier, as if a male encounters another male, they can change to reproduce. A fun fact about it is that females grow faster than males, so if two females encounter each other, the larger one should become male so that the remaining female can reach a comparable size much faster than if it was the other way around. Now we are going to talk about the garden eel. Sequential hermaphroditism in garden eels may be influenced by factors such as population density, availability of sexual partners, and even social hierarchy, but there isn't much information about this yet. However, what we do know is that they change color when they change sex. These animals change from male to female, and when this change, they take on different colors, from big blue to more yellowish tones. Now, we are going to talk about the only animal in our list that is not a fish, the garden snail. It is also the only one on our list that is a simultaneous hermaphrodite. Do you know what that is? Do you remember what that means? It is when it's male and female at the same time. This ensures they can reproduce whenever they encounter another individual. Although is not the case of the garden snail, some simultaneous hermaphrodites can reproduce without needing a mate, as they can produce offsprings using both their male and female characteristics together. They don't need a partner. The next animal is the pygmy coral goby. The sex change in this species is from female to male. These fish live in groups, where this hermaphroditism strategy is used to reproduce, with the majority of individuals in the group being females, increases the change of population growth. A fun fact about the pygmy coral goby and their living situation is that these fish live in coral reefs, and the size of the reef determines whether they will be monogamous or not. This means if they will have only one partner or many. This is because if it's small, not many fish can live there, but if it's very large, there can be many fish and thus they can have a lot of partners. Finally, we have the grouper fish. This well-known fish change from female to male at 6 years of age. This change is based on necessity, occurring when there are few males in the groups, ensuring there will be offsprings.